All right, circuit of the day. Everybody loves circuit of the day. So we have a circuit with two different NPN and a PNP, two different transistors. And we can see this transistor here is biased halfway. And there's a capacitor here. And if you can figure out what it does just by looking at it, you might get some ideas of maybe why there's a capacitor and other things. Let's take a look at the output, okay? The output is actually going to be here. We're going to look here, all right? And if we look there, it's an oscillator. Yay. All right, so we see a ramp up and then a discharge and then a ramp up. So it's sort of a relaxation oscillator. Circuit's right over there, not much to look at there. All right, so how does this thing work? Well, first of all, we have a divider here. So if we have, I have 10 volts coming in. So we have about 5 volts here, okay? And then we have this capacitor here, which starts out at 0, and then it ramps up, okay? So it's ramping up because it's being charged through this this 11K here, all right? And its voltage here is going to be transferred over to here. So this is an emitter follower, okay? So whatever voltage we have here, that voltage is going to appear over here, minus 0.7 volts, all right? And if we start low, then this will be low. And if this is 5 volts, then if this is 0 volts and 5 volts, this transistor can't turn on. This transistor cannot turn on until we get to about 5.7 volts. Once we get to about 5.7 volts, this transistor turns on. It's kind of a strange circuit. Most of the time you think about controlling transistors with the base, but we're actually controlling this transistor with the emitter. So when the emitter gets bigger than 5.7 volts, this starts to conduct, okay? And this will conduct, and so we'll have this conduction here to ground, and that means this voltage will go to ground, and that will discharge this capacitor through this resistor. So we will discharge that capacitor, and then once everybody's happy, it'll start charging up again, okay? And so you can sort of see that here. We have the discharge, or where we start out at 0, and then it's going to ramp up, and then it's going to reset. Now, the oscilloscope picture here, I have ground set to the very bottom of the screen, and then I have 1 volt per division. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goes up to about 6 volts, and then it goes down. It goes up to about 6 volts, and it goes down. Does that make sense? All right. Well, remember, this goes up to 6 volts, and then it fires. 6 volts here, 6.5 volts here, 5.5 volts, 6 volts here, 5.5 volts here. If 5.5 volts, that's enough to turn this one on, and then everything goes, right? So we can say this is about 6 volts, and this is about 5.5 volts, and this is about 5 volts, and that's where the condition is where it decides to start to conduct. This thing starts to conduct. And then when it conducts, it goes down, and then the whole thing can start all over again, all right? And it takes some time for these transistors to come out of saturation, and so that sort of sets the down. Instead of being at a very, very fast down, there'll be a little bit of gap because these guys will be saturated. They'll take a little bit of time to come out of saturation, all right? Let's put another probe here on this line here, this 5 volts line. Let's see if it really is 5 volts, all right? So where's my channel 2? We'll come over here to channel 2, and there we go. That's our channel 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're right at about 5 volts. And then when the thing conducts, everything drops to 0, and then it starts all over again. So yeah, that's how this thing works. So if you want to impress your friends, don't use a 555, use one of these. You can see that we're getting a nice kind of a sawtooth, a ramp here. We're getting a pulse here. So you could use this as an output as well. All right, that gives you that pulse. You could always capacitively couple. You could always capacitively couple these things out to do different things. I've seen some circuits where you put a resistor here. Okay. Let's say you put in another 1K resistor here or something like that, and you'll use this as an output, give you this nice pulses, reference to ground. So yeah, there's different ways of using this circuit, and save the 555s for something else.